然后给干你过来。好了 ，OK， 好，坐吧。
做了。
开讲。
Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be here tonight to deliver a speech for you. My topic is the American plague facts. Yellow fever, also called the American plague, decimated the population of Philadelphia in 1793. Philadelphia was then the nation's capital. The epidemic killed 5,000 out of a population of 45,000 and resulted in a large-scale evacuation in the city. The acute viral disease has no cure and is currently endemic in 45 African countries and 11 Latin American nations. Annually, it is estimated that the yellow fever cases number about 200,000 and it causes 30,000 deaths. Contrary to the popular perception that it belongs exclusively to African continent, yellow fever is re-emerging in contemporary times. Yellow fever is a dangerous viral disease which can be fatal. An understanding of disease history, causes, types, symptoms, treatments, and fatals can raise awareness about yellow fever and help in its prevention. Yellow fever originates in Africa and spreads to South Africa through the slave trade in the 16th century. Epidemic continued to plague Europe, South America, and the coastal cities of America, such as New York, Philadelphia, Charleston, and New Orleans, in the following 3 centuries, making it one of the most dangerous infectious diseases of the 19th century. Yellow fever is caused by flavirus, which is endemic to African arboreal monkeys. Mosquitoes serve as the primary vector for this virus. Several different species of Aedes and homogeneous mosquitoes found in the tropical and subtropical part of South Africa, part of the Caribbean and Africa, transmit of the virus from one host to another between monkeys, between humans, and from monkeys to humans. Mosquitoes, primates, and humans are the only known hosts of flavirus. Yellow fever is one of the 3, depending on the transmission cycle. Severe or jungle yellow fever is transmitted by jungle mosquitoes and is largely confined to monkeys. Occasionally, it is transmitted to humans, such as loggers who enter to the jungle, and is then carried by them to urban areas. Intermediate yellow fever is caused by semi-domestic mosquitoes, which breed both in the jungle and around houses. This results in the transmission of virus to both monkeys and humans and is the most common type. Urban yellow fever occurs in densely populated areas when the mosquitoes bites infected humans and transmitted the virus to humans. The symptoms of the yellow fever occurs in the stages. The virus incubates in the body of the host for 3 to 6 days, after which symptoms set in. In stage 1, the infection takes hold. This stage is characterized by headache, muscle joint aches, chills, fever, flushing, loss of appetite, and vomiting. Jaundice, in which there is evident yellowing of the skin and eyes, is common and gives the disease its name. Symptoms often go away briefly after 3 to 4 days, when the remission stage set in. The majority of those affected recovers after this stage and acquire immunity to reinfection. However, about 15% of those infected enter the 3rd stage, which is the toxic stage. This stage is characterized by the high fever and heart, liver, and kidney failure. Hemorrhage of the mouth, nose, eyes, and stomach can occur, leading the blood in vomit and feces. Seizures, coma, and delirium are other symptoms. approximately half of the patients who enter this stage die of the disease. The danger of yellow fever is compounded by the fact that there's no treatment except supportive care. There's no cure for this disease. About 50% of severe affected individuals die of this yellow fever. Treatment is directed toward making the patient comfortable and reducing the symptoms. Fever and other associated bacterial infections are treated with antibiotics. Blood transfusion is given to compensate for blood loss due to hemorrhage. Intravenous fluid are used to treat dilation, and dialysis is stored in case of kidney fever. Prevention is the only means of combating yellow fever. Vaccination is the most effective measure against the disease. It is safe, affordable, become effective in a week, and a single dose provides 35 years of immunity. Adverse side effects are rare observed. Vaccination is contraindicated only in the case of infants, pregnant women, and people who are allergies of or immune deficient. Mosquito control is vital in the prevention of yellow fever. This includes the elimination of mosquito breeding sites, spraying pesticides in stagnant water, and using mosquito repellent and mosquito nets and screens. In areas where yellow fever is endemic, epidemic preparedness and response are of great importance in order to halt the spread of this disease. Yellow fever is a dangerous disease which is re-emerging in the past 2 decades due to declining population immunity to infection. Deforestation, urbanization, population movements, and climate change. This is a danger signal which is not to be ignored. It is essential to spread awareness about the facts of yellow fever in order to halt the spread of this potential fatal disease. Thank you. That's the end of my Anyone have questions?
I got a question.
Yeah, please.
When was this vaccine developed?
Very good question.
Thank you.
The attenuated live vaccine was developed actually in 1937 by Max Caesar for disease patient in Ghana, and it produced in chicken eggs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, can animals get yellow fever?
Yeah, interesting. Actually, yes, because infant animals can obtain yellow fever. They can also spread it onto you. I mean, to you, human and infants. A lot of animals can obtain yellow fever. Doesn't bother them. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I have a question.
Yeah,
What's
good.
the difference between the malaria and the yellow fevers?
Very in-depth question. They are caused by different bugs. I mean, they are different. The malaria is caused by parasite, while the yellow fever is caused by a virus, as I said earlier. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Good.
How old do you have to be to get a yellow fever?
The fact is, yellow fever can affect anyone, but most targets are elderly. So I guess we all needed to, don't have to be too worried. We are all young. There are actually still cases of it, but extremely rare in the U.S. unless you have recently traveled to a country where it exists.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay.